The first romance on the list may be the most unique of them all. It's the first film from the Golden Heart trilogy, Breaking the Waves, directed by the renowned Danish filmmaker Lars von Trier. To avoid any spoilers, I'll give you a brief summary of the film. Beth, a simple and rural girl from Scotland, marries Jan, an oil rig worker. After an incident occurs, Beth must make a sacrifice for Jan, but I promise you that even after 100 guesses, you won't be able to guess what awaits you. In an essay for the Criterion collection, David Sterritt interpreted it as a film in which no one is bad, everyone's good, and when trouble flares anyway, it's because incompatible concepts of good can violently conflict with one another. He praised the ending as a magical vision that elevates the final moments to radically metaphysical heights.
I thank you for the greatest gift of all, the gift of love. I thank you for Jan.
Alright, after the first film, you should understand what this episode is about. Lesser known romances for your holiday. From Scotland to Hong Kong, and from Hong Kong to Italy and France, countries of lovers. And from there to the final film, which is one of the best films by one of the greatest directors in the history of cinema, strangely, very rarely seen. You've probably seen In the Mood for Love. Our second film is by the same director. Days of Being Wild is unofficially considered the first installment of Wong Kar-wai love trilogy. It includes Days of Being Wild, In the Mood for Love, and 2046. This ravishing existential reverie is a dreamlike drift through the Hong Kong of 1960s in which a band of wayward 20-somethings, including a disaffected playboy searching for his birth mother, a lovelorn woman hopelessly enamored with him, and a policeman caught in the middle of their turbulent relationship, pull together and push apart in a dance of frustrated desire.
我應承過自己以後都唔會返去嗰度。如果我再返，我一定會好憎我自己。
The third film, The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, winner of the Palme d'Or Award, is also part of a trilogy. Jacques Demy's romantic trilogy is a colorful musical that portrays the love stories of a girl and a boy in the city of Cherbourg, France.
J'appellerai ma fille Françoise.
Et si c'est un garçon?
Ce sera une fille. Il y a toujours eu des filles dans la famille.
Filmmaker Damien Chazelle listed it as one of his favorite films and as a major influence on his 2016 musical La La Land. Greta Gerwig cited the film as an inspiration for her 2023 fantasy comedy Barbie.
Mon amour, je t'attendrai toute ma vie.
Je ne penserai.
Our fourth film on the list is Two Lovers, directed by James Gray. It is an adaptation of Fyodor Dostoevsky's renowned story, White Nights. This story has been adapted numerous times, from the first version by Luchino Visconti in 1957 to the 2003 rendition in Iran, directed by Farzad Motamin.
Could you write something on my arm with your finger while I fall asleep? My grandma used to do it when I was little.
Joaquin Phoenix plays a sensitive young guy who has moved back into the Brooklyn apartment of his parents following a breakdown. They try to set him up with Sandra, the beautiful daughter of a business colleague, but instead he falls deeply in love with the ditzy, beautiful neighbor Michelle, played by Gwyneth Paltrow.
You'd think if I got to know you that I wouldn't love you, but I do know you. And I love you even more. I understand you, Michelle. I'm fucked up too.
Discover the enduring power of love in the 1970 romantic drama Sunflower, directed by Vittorio De Sica, starring Sophia Loren and Marcello Mastroianni. The film tells the moving story of Giovanna and Antonio, a young couple separated by the horrors of World War II. Whether you're a fan of romance or simply curious about the enchanting world of Italian cinema, this timeless classic will leave an indelible mark on your heart. One of Martin Scorsese's best films, the final film on our list is The Age of Innocence. It features the magnificent performance of Daniel Day-Lewis. The Age of Innocence tells the story of Newland Archer, whose engagement to an innocent socialite binds him to the codes and rituals of his upbringing. But when her cousin arrives in town on a wave of scandal after separating from her husband, she ignites passions in Newland he never knew existed.
Nothing's done that can't be undone. I'm still free.
Swelling with exquisite period detail, this film is an alternately heartbreaking and satirical look at the brutality of old world America. Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times wrote, "The story told here is brutal and bloody, the story of a man's passion crushed, his heart defeated. Yet it is also much more, and the last scene of the film, which pulls everything together, is almost unbearably poignant."
You haven't kissed me today.